Well, my name's Robert Henry, and I applied for the position, sales rep for Likewise. I researched your company. I found it fascinating what you're trying to do, trying to introduce Christian ideas and Christian values to the public education system. I became a Christian when I was, well, I'm trying to think how many years ago. I was 15. I'm 48 now, so that's a long time ago. And I used to play in a Christian rock band throughout the 90s. And part of the 2000s, I played for a praise and worship band. I used to give sermons at the church and headed the praise and worship band at two churches that I worked at. And then for the past 12 years, I've been working in the public education system. I worked as a substitute teacher at a middle school and a high school and all of the elementary schools here in Covington, Kentucky. And currently, about 6 years, I've been working at Glen Swing Elementary. Currently, I'm working in the kindergarten classrooms as an instructional assistant. But I was also an instructional assistant in 5th grade for the past few years at Glen Swing as well. So I have a lot of experience with the public education system, as well as a Christian background and an understanding of the importance of Christian education in the public system, in the public education system. I also I have a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a master's in theology, and I'm currently in a doctoral program for interdisciplinary studies, which my intended dissertation is going to be on religious epistemology, the idea that one can have knowledge based from religious experiences. This is something I've been passionate about for many years. The idea that religious knowledge that comes from God, from the Holy Spirit, is legitimate knowledge and not just simply something that comes from our minds as secular humanism or naturalistic atheism would suggest from a materialist perspective. I have had an interest in apologetics for at least 20 years. And that's why I pursued a degree in philosophy as well as a master's degree in theology, because I am passionate about expressing not only my faith, but arguing or debating from a logical perspective why Christianity is an authentic and legitimate religious faith, as well as the idea that belief in God is not some group psychosis or some sort of phenomenon that is related to that's related to a kind of a misconception about reality, or based on something that is presented to you as a child, and you grow up in it. You grow up in a Christian family, therefore you're indoctrinated with it. I want to show that it's something that has developed not only logically but as a revelation in history. That what we see in the Christian religion as expressed 2,000 years ago and ever since, and through the history or the historical development of the Judeo-Christian views, is that it was an historical revelation of God in history. So, and that it's based on more than just simple the whim of belief, but it's based on an historical tradition that is authentic and that is rational. So that's kind of where I come from. So I have an educational background. I have an apologetic background in Christianity, and I also have years of service in the church. Where I worked in the church as a praise and worship leader and as a praise and worship minister. So I've actually given sermons in front of people as well. So that's kind of me. So if you're interested in considering me for this position, that would be great. Thank you.